Social media addiction: causes, solutions, and effects on teenagers. In an era where technology plays a vital role in our lives, social media is becoming more and more popular. Some teens are finding it hard not to overuse social media. Insecurity, boredom, or just the need of attention from peers are driving some teens to social media addiction. Social media addiction is a huge problem in our society, and teens are generally the most affected by it. A few reasons for this might be that teens generally want to be cool, be popular, and fit in with trends. When a lot of teens use social media, peer pressure and that need to be popular can be more important than studying and school. Another sign of social media addiction is oversharing private information or photos on social media sites. Some people post photos of their every meal or take selfies very regularly. They share almost everything about their daily lives. To teens, this is a part of their lives when they are under a lot of pressure from school to study, do well, or go to a good university. Many teens cannot take that pressure and look for a way out. Social media addiction is when a person spends more than 1 to 2 hours on social media or checks it more than a few times a day. On average, 1 in 4 people use social media in the world, and 18% of them are addicted. That's around 2 times the number in 2010. For a lot, opening social media is a lot easier than studying. Even though many teens become addicted to social media, there are many negative effects that both can affect a person's mental and physical well-being. One is obesity. This is a problem with all technology, not only social media, like video games or TV. Not only does this ruin your eyes from long periods of staring at a screen, there isn't any movement or spending calories. This and a bad eating habit will unquestionably cause obesity. Another effect of social media addiction is violence and frustration. A lot of people do and say things online that they would never do in real life. Also, many teens and young adults are unable to distinguish reality from fantasy. Overuse of social media can also negatively affect self-esteem and cause low grades at school. First, the self-esteem part. As said earlier, a lot of people will say and do things online that they would never do in real life. While many teens on social media are quick to swear or insult others, this is also called cyberbullying, where no physical harm comes to the bullied, but words and images are used to hurt them. A target of some cyberbullying online and on social media may have much lower self-esteem, anxiety, and other mental issues. With low grades in school, social media works like any other type of tech, like TV or video games. Spending a lot of time in front of a screen, ignoring homework, and that's it, lower grades. Also, using social media during the night because of addiction can mean loss of sleep and lower performance the next day. Dr. Catherine Steiner-Adair, a clinical psychologist, says, in a way, texting and online communicating not only create a non-verbal learning disability, but it puts everybody in a non-verbal disabled context, where body language, facial expression, and even the smallest kinds of vocal reactions are rendered invisible. She means to say that teens who spend a lot of time on social media miss out on critical social skills. People don't use facial expressions and body language on social media. Some even lose the will and to some extent the ability to connect with others in real life. Although there are many negative effects of social media addiction and its overuse, there are also many plausible cures for social media addiction. There are several ways to cure social media addiction. One is to focus your attention on something else. Taking your mind off social media, or at least limiting the time spent on social media, can help cure addiction. Teens can spend their leftover time from social media on a new hobby, but they will need something to occupy their attention. Also, teens are being played by social media companies. They design their services to lure in and make teens visit repeatedly, which only earns them money, where teens don't benefit at all. Although there are many cures for social media addiction, social media still is a very large problem in our society. Teens are especially vulnerable to social media addiction, and there are many reasons why teens might get addicted to social media. One, for example, is insecurity, boredom, or the simple need of attention from their peers. The overuse of social media can have many mental and physical effects. In that time of their lives where teens are under a lot of pressure, they can't get distracted by things like social media.